Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? It's time for the 2024 NFL Draft. And honestly, guys, this is one of those more exciting years, kind of similar to the 2021 NFL Draft. 2022 was a little bit of a lull. 2023 was fairly exciting. 2024, we have 5 quarterbacks projected to go in the first round of this year's NFL Draft. We have generational wide receiver prospects as well. We have incredible offensive linemen. Defense is a little weak this year, and we have so many trade rumors. So I want to say what's up to everyone that showed up the moment the stream started, especially those that are supporting the channel. Aldramon1, thank you so much for your support. What up, Moose, Alan, Reginald, Rodney, Will, Super Goat. Yo, Mike, are you going to EDC in Vegas this year? I think I'm skipping this year. I think I'm getting a little old, man. Like, I don't know if I could do another one. Maybe next year. What's good, Kilo, Hayden, Nerd, Marissa, T-Dog. What's good, everybody? Thank you guys so much for coming around. I'm going to try to stream the entire first round. Obviously, if some crazy stuff happens at a specific point, I might have to leave in order to make some videos for you guys. There's only one of me. I wish I could clone myself. And on top of that, we are currently live on TikTok. So if you're watching this on TikTok as well, what's up? Thank you guys so much for the support. Oh, wait, I don't think I went live. Let me just do that right now. You guys, for those of you guys that are new, I'm kind of a noob whenever it comes to streaming. I try to do this at least once a year. I'm trying to figure out more reasons to stream for you guys. So I appreciate the support. And along the way, if there's anything I could be doing for you guys that's a little bit better, also let me know. So here, should have probably done the go live first. Oh man, have at least have a TikTok live access. Go live one time. Oh my God. I'm already running into some issues. Here we go. So for now, the biggest news that we're getting is the New England Patriots are currently working on a trade for Brandon Ayuk right over here. I'm not kidding. This is coming to us via Tom Curran. The Patriots are trying to get potentially their number 3 overall pick, Drake Maye, a wide receiver, which, by the way, my number 1 criticism of the New England Patriots taking a quarterback is not really having anyone for the quarterback to throw the football to. So Brandon Ayuk would change everything for that, would change everything. I'm really curious to see what they would give up for Brandon Ayuk, because typically I was assuming Brandon Ayuk was going to go for a first-round pick. Are you going to give up next year's first-round pick? We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes on. While we're waiting for the draft to start, I'm going to be on Twitter bringing you guys any news that we're hearing. It seems like pick number 34 is in play, so I'm going to make sure I keep you guys up to date. When the draft officially starts, I'm going to try to show you guys the actual picks that go down. I can't play too much of the draft audio because we could get in trouble and then the stream could get KO'd, and that's the last thing we really want. Pixel, I appreciate you following me since 2020. Now, do you guys want the chat to show up on screen? That's a good one. And let's do that. Let's go ahead and do that. And let's here. Told you I'm a little bit of a noob, so how'd I do this? I need to get someone that runs like the stream as I'm streaming. Doing both at the same time, it's a situation, you know what I mean? So here, let's go ahead and let's also pull up the NFL draft while we're at it. So let me go ahead and do that for y'all. Honestly, it's a little bit of I don't know how I feel about this year's draft because I don't really think my Dallas Cowboys are going to be doing anything. But the top of the draft is exciting. What the Los Angeles Chargers are going to do is exciting. The amount of players that could potentially get traded is exciting. So I'm here for all of it, man. At the end of the day, I'm here for all of it. Let's go ahead and open up the draft. It's currently on commercials, I believe. Yeah, I think it's currently on commercials. But is this? Yeah, let's go live. There you go. Currently on commercials. So that's unfortunate. Oh, I didn't even know they had hearts now. The last time I was doing this, hearts weren't a thing. Yo, if Caleb isn't picked first, you shave your head. I've already done that. You know, I'm not going back to shave. Like, been there, done that. We're proud and happy about this head of hair I have going on. Don't want to mess that up. But, oh wait, chat box. Let me go ahead and throw chat box up on stream for y'all. I think it's under, again, huge noob when it comes to streaming. But I love talking to y'all. Love catching up with you guys. Probably the most important thing for me. Let's see. As a guy that does this full time. So you go here, you launch. Okay. And it should, I think it should be like up at the top left or top right. Go over here. Bear with me, guys. No, that's alert box. Close that. Usually it pops up. Go all the way up. Okay. It should pop up soon. Will the draft be streamed on YouTube as well? I'm going to try to get the picks in. You know, I'm going to try to get the draft picks in. You know what I mean? So who do you guys think is going to go number 1 overall? All right, jokes aside, who do you think is going to go like the draft really starts at the 5th overall pick, right? Everyone thinks the Cardinals are going to select Marvin Harrison Jr. So the real first pick is probably the number 5 pick. So I have mods here. I have mods pulling up. Pats need to get MHJ, then get Bo in the late first. I think they're focused on Drake Maye so far. Like, if you go here, that's like the latest thing we've heard. You go up here and it'd be so, Patriots fans, how would you feel if you guys got JJ McCarthy? Here. According to Tom Pelissaro, the Patriots are expected to keep their pick and select Drake Maye. Could you imagine if you guys selected McCarthy? Not that McCarthy's going to be bad. I just think McCarthy is probably the biggest project in the draft. So I'd imagine, yo, Daryl Jr., thank you so much for the $2 dono, man. What's good, Mike? Gonna listen while I work. Appreciate your support, bro. Appreciate the support. I think JJ could be solid. A lot of my personal philosophy when it comes to quarterbacks is what kind of situation are you going to be putting these quarterbacks in? You know what I mean? Are you going to just draft a quarterback and hope that he's magically going to elevate your team the way CJ Stroud did for the Houston Texans? Or are you going to have him sit down for a year, or maybe like Patrick Mahomes or Carson Palmer behind a player like, I don't know, John Kitna or Alex Smith, and then hopefully he could take over the reins? Ty thank you so much for the $1.99 donation, bro. This heart thing is a new thing. It wasn't a thing the last time I was doing these streams. Wasn't at all. I don't know if the Broncos should trade up for a quarterback. Broncos fans, do you want your team to trade up for a QB? By the way, I can't have the volume too loud, because then we could get into some trouble. So when new people come in here, make sure you let them know, you know? If new people come in here, make sure you let them know. And then like stuff like this, not going to really show because of the risks that it imposes on us. QB is too risky. Give me a lineman. Yeah, I think there's so many problems that, honestly, what would even be the point in drafting a quarterback? There's so much so much adversity that quarterback would need to undergo as a member of the Denver Broncos. So, personally, if I'm the Broncos, I would either try to trade back or focus on offensive line, focus on other aspects of my team. Oh, looks like Nightbot's working. Yo, Daryl Jr., thank you so much for the $2 donation. Broncos might be okay with Zach Wilson. Like I said in my video on Zach Wilson, I think they would just be looking for a guy to be the tank commander in that instance. You know what I mean? Like, you're probably just, for a year or two, maybe Zach Wilson could fulfill his potential as a member of the Broncos. I don't know how much hope you should have for that, but I personally think that you shouldn't even bother with the quarterback this year. I think the quarterback class could be good this year, but at the same time, why even bother if you know for a fact that that quarterback's going to be placed in a bad situation? On top of that, you already have such a huge dead cap hit for the next 2 years. You might as well wait until that's over before you decide to draft your quarterback of the future. I should blur what just to be a little safe. Cowboys about to draft a kicker. Bro, nothing would surprise me. We're all in, but let's draft a kicker. Yeah, Eagles fans, you guys think you're onto something by signing Saquon Barkley to that huge overpaid contract? Well, my Cowboys are all in. We just met with Ezekiel Elliott. This year's our year. Fuck, man. I don't know what the hell we're doing. Hey, Daryl Jr. Oh, Daryl Jr.'s dono finally came up. Man, it looks like it's a little delayed because we were just discussing Zach Wilson. It shows up in the chat, and then it'll show up like on the actual stream maybe like an hour later. No, not an hour later, but like 5 minutes later. We're 4 likes away from 200 likes. Make sure you like the stream. If you guys want more streams or just to support the stream. I saw a report that Caleb Williams is painting his nails silver, I think. Here, let me see. I think something like that. Caleb Williams is painting his nails silver or something. Like, oh yeah, here. Here it is.
I paint my nails. You know, I wear unique things. I do unique things. I paint.
Bro, look, this guy definitely could be a superstar in the NFL. He definitely is going to make, I really hope he does, because Caleb Williams has already made for some good content for the channel. But man, look, call me what you want. I can never get behind like men painting their nails. But hell, if you're balling up on the football field, then more power to you. You know, and honestly, I'm surprised that he hasn't gotten like a nail polish sponsorship from how much he's trended from this. Maybe he's trying to, maybe that's what he's aiming for. And if he is, more power to him. Broncos will take Bo Nix in the first round or the second round? Emo and punk dudes have done it since the 80s. Who gives a shit? So is that what we're striving for now? I'm just teasing, bro. I'm just messing around. You saw a rumor, Brady to the Broncos. Oh! Wow! We got breaking news already. John Wallman, you're hoping the Vikings draft a good QB. It wouldn't surprise me if you guys stood pat and took J.J. McCarthy. We got breaking news. It looks like A.J. Brown has agreed to a huge 3-year, $96 million contract, the highest for any wide receiver in NFL history. Daryl, I'll get to your super in a sec. Thank you for the super, by the way. He's now under contract through 2029, and his total guarantee of $84 million is also the highest. The deal is his third at the age of 27 and was done by Tory Dandy of CAA. So, if you guys remember, I made a video saying that the Eagles might trade A.J. Brown within a couple of years. He's currently 27 years old. I still think this is something that could be visited in like 2 to 3 years from now. The main reason for this contract extension was mainly to manage his salary cap hit. So I think the Eagles, no matter what, will have AJ Brown for 2 more years. I don't think it's a bad deal at all whatsoever. They're trying to make the most of this core of Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, and I think, did I already say Devontae Smith? At the same time, the defense is looking really good with I don't know, the entire Georgia Bulldogs on it. At the end of the day, I can't really say much as a Dallas Cowboy fan because the Eagles are making moves, the Cowboys aren't. I don't necessarily know how I feel about the risk of Saquon Barkley, and I stand by that because I think that's probably the riskiest thing they've done. But I think this is a great contract to give AJ Brown, who should still be one of the top wide receivers over the next 2 to 3 years. Let me see. So Adam Schefter actually breaks down where he's going to be in comparison to the other wide receivers in the NFL. If you really think about the way this is going to age, and whoa, Santi, thank you so much. Hey dog, nice to be here. I've been following you since 2021. Keep us updated. Love from Washington. It's going to be a great day for Washington. It's going to be an awesome day for Washington. Thank you so much for the $10 dono. Wow, man. This is more of a long-term play at the end of the day for A.J. Brown and the Philadelphia Eagles. Howie Roseman probably thought to himself, okay, the wide receiver market's about to get crazy. He probably saw what Amon-Ra St. Brown was getting, which is pretty much $30 million a year. He's the new highest paid wide receiver in the NFL. And he wanted to save himself a little bit by paying A.J. Brown from now, because once Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Ayuk, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Jalen Waddle, Nico Collins, and maybe Amari Cooper get paid, this contract for A.J. Brown's going to look really, really good. So I think it's a great decision. I mean, grade the deal in the chat if you're watching. And this is coming from a Cowboy fan. I've been very outspoken about the decisions the Philadelphia Eagles have made. I always like what Howie Roseman does. I wish my Dallas Cowboys could do something like that, but I think it's a great move. 1 like away from 300 likes. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you want to support the channel. You could always change your mind later. I think it's a great move. Mike, what do you think the chances are that the Bears trade their 9th pick up to the 4th pick or the 5th pick? Wow. I mean, I think that's what they're gunning for. I think that's what they would want. I don't necessarily know if I think that's what everyone in the top 10 wants, by the way. I think I saw something from Adam Schefter. I forgot who, but in terms of like teams that are trying to trade their pick, let me see. Told you Mike, AJ wasn't going anywhere. The fake narratives about him getting traded can finally be put to rest. I still think he might get traded in 2 years from now, 2 to 3 years from now. You know, that was what my initial take was. But when you make a video saying AJ Brown's about to get traded, people think that it's going to be like in a week or two. So I guess that's why a lot of Eagles fans were mad at me for that video, which I could understand. I probably, oh, here it is. It's from Jeremy Fowler. So the number 3 pick, Patriots are open to trading it. And I think they're leaking out that they want to draft Drake Maye to put some pressure on people. The Cardinals, they're open to trading theirs. I don't think there's a huge drop-off between Marvin Harrison Jr. and Malik Nabers. But at the same time, I think the Cardinals are like the only team that are winners even if they trade the pick, or winners if they stand pat and select Marvin Harrison Jr. Then you have the Chargers who really want to trade their pick. And then the Titans who are willing to listen, but probably won't trade the pick. Then the Falcons and Bears will are down to trade their pick. And again, the Jets, a soft open for trading their pick. So, do you think the Cowboys could get Odell? Let me tell you something, man. Like, and I mean this with all the respect in the world to Odell Beckham Jr. Each and every year he does this. You know, he does this thing where he's like, I'm not telling you who I'm signing with. We're going to keep it between us. I'm not going to tell anyone, huh? You guys really want to know who I'm signing with, but I'm going to take my time. We're going to make this a big deal, but bro, with all due respect, Odell Beckham Jr. hasn't been an elite wide receiver in like 5-6 years, you know? even with the Baltimore Ravens, he signed this huge contract. And did he even have 30 receptions for the Ravens this past year? Respectfully, you know? And again, prime OBJ with the Giants, different beast, extremely marketable, very exciting, incredible swagger, knows how to dress, very interesting in interviews, loved his beef with Josh Norman, no disrespect, but he always does this thing where he waits and he waits and he waits, and then he signs with a team that's willing to overpay him, and then he doesn't do shit for that team, respectfully. Like, and I hope he proves me wrong. You know, OBJ eating is good for the NFL, but he hasn't been that type of player for years now. This is like you asking me, oh, do I think Julio Jones is going to make a difference for the Philadelphia Eagles last year or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers the year before? Respectfully. I mean, in his prime, he was great. It's just, I don't think it's worth the spectacle anymore. The draft starts in 8 minutes. Yeah, if you guys want, I'm going to be liking any news that's coming out on my Twitter account, so make sure you check me out on Twitter. I'm also making a push on Snapchat, Flight Mike Snap. If you guys want to follow me over there, usually if I'm doing stuff like training or anything that doesn't really have to do with football, I'll post there. Don't apologize if you aren't wrong. It's not disrespectful. It's a little disrespectful. And I get it. He's probably just trying to get his bag. You know, I get that. Like, if I'm OBJ, I'd probably do the same. Well, check this out, man. The Philadelphia Eagles had themselves an offseason. Fast break report. I'm going to read your dono just in case I miss it once I get the notification or right before it goes on screen. I think this draft will have the most trades of any draft in the past decade. Bro, I hope so. I mean, I am just, I get a little antsy when there's not good NFL news to make. You know, April, usually it's a little, people are done making moves in March. So in April, I have to wait until the NFL draft to get like my fix of like something crazy happening. And then it's going to be fairly slow for like another 4.5 months until the new season starts. Of course, there's training camp stuff, and of course, we might hear some cool stories, but here, hold on. Let's see. Fly, Eagles, fly. I got a rumor Taylor Swift died. Hold on, guys. It gets hot in here when I stream too. All right, here we go. And let's show it. Let's slow it down here. I'm waiting for the draft to start. Oh, sound's not on.
1999. They will listen to trade offers, including when they're on the clock at number 3, but they say it will take a massive haul for them to move the pick. Now with the Giants, let's go to Sal Palantonio.
The New York Giants are ready to make a deal. They're ready to make a deal to move up in the first round, and they are ready to move up to take a quarterback.
That'd be such a mistake.
Joe Shane, I talked to him one-on-one. He said he's had multiple conversations with teams at the top of the first round. And all indications are that the teams want to see how things play out, and they won't trade until they're on the clock. So there's going to be tension. There's going to be drama, and there is going to be a major waiting game for the New York Giants in the pursuit of their next quarterback here for Big Blue. Now here's my friend Jeff Darlington with the Minnesota Vikings.
Well, Sal, we've got tension in Minnesota because the Vikings know they want to find a quarterback in the top portion of this draft, and it will likely require a trade. using their ammunition that includes the 11th overall pick and the 23rd overall pick, plus probably some more to do it. They're still targeting that 3rd overall spot, and they still like the idea of bringing Drake Maye into this building. But they realize if that does not happen, they will have to pivot. J.J. McCarthy and Michael Penix Jr. are also possibilities. Now let's go to Denver with Ed Werder.
Oh my God.
With Russell Wilson counting an NFL record $53 million against the cap, Broncos head coach Sean Payton seems to need a franchise quarterback on a rookie contract, perhaps more than any other team in the league. The top 4 quarterback prospects virtually certain to be off the board in the top 10 picks. A team source here told me, I would say we're not going to go crazy and mortgage the whole future, but never say never. The Broncos have spent the past 2 days exploring the cost of moving up in the draft and the potential benefits of trading down. They're convinced they can draft an impact player if they remain at 12, maybe even a quarterback. Greeny's second-tier quarterbacks, Bo Nix and Michael Penix, have both made strong impressions here in Denver.
All right, everybody, thank you very much.
So I think trading up would be a horrific mistake for any team except the Minnesota Vikings. Like, the Minnesota Vikings have the 3 sons, Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson, Justin Jefferson. They have Aaron Jones to hand the football off to. Personally, I would think it's a horrible, horrible mistake to trade up if you're like the Giants or if you're the Broncos.
Projected first overall pick Caleb Williams is so confident and relaxed. He brought a deck of cards and has been playing cards with his family while he waits. We're going to chat with him in just a few moments, but first, we're chatting with Ohio State wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. standing here with his family. And Marvin, your father has been such an integral part of this pre-draft process. How did that mentorship give you confidence heading into today?
Great. I mean, there's no one I trust more than him. I know he's going to do his best for me. So we have a great relationship in that standpoint.
Why should you be the first receiver taken off the board?
I think I'm just the most complete receiver. We have a lot of great receivers in this draft class, but I'm confident in my abilities, but we're all great receivers.
Can you tell me about your necklace that you had made for today?
Yeah, this necklace is to honor my dad a little bit. So you have the Lion King on one side, and then me and my dad to represent them on the other. So he means a lot to me. He's helped me get here, so I had to honor him today.
Very cool. And your legacy in the NFL begins today, Marvin. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Jamari, what's your ass doing in here, bro? What's good, bro?
Notice that you're hanging out with your family, you're playing cards. How confident are you that you will be the first guy picked?
Show the nails, damn it.
It's just something we do, plus playing cards, being around each other, having fun. I feel confident. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, well, when you were just 10 years old, your father and you created the plan. It was a workout regimen to get you to the NFL. How did all that hard work get you here tonight?
Yeah, it's something my mom and my dad instilled in me, and my mentors. They've been huge in my life, instilling things in me at a young age that, come out today, whether it's, how much I care about my teammates or the community or, whatever the case may be. It comes out today and is it's the man I am today.
Well, congratulations on all of your success. I'll see you out there on the stage very shortly.
Thank you.
Caleb Williams gives like pseudo Russell Wilson-esque interviews, in my opinion.
Quiet and kind, and that's one of the things that Ryan Poles absolutely loves about him. As we bring in Terrion Arnold, Alabama corner, and you've been one of the stars of draft week.
So we have an update on the number 3 pick. Oh.
Rich, over the course of the last several days, the New England Patriots have received trade offers from teams, the Giants, the Vikings, trying to come up into 3. My understanding is the Patriots, as of right now, seem set to stick, potentially take their franchise quarterback. I think most people believe Drake Maye would be that selection. Then it gets really, really interesting. Monty Osiport, the general manager for the Arizona Cardinals, then would be in a spot where he could either stick there, take, let's say, a receiver, let's say someone like Marvin Harrison Jr. or Malik Nabers, or potentially get trade offers from teams, Giants, maybe the Vikings, maybe the Raiders, to trade up for maybe J.J. McCarthy. Going to get fascinating at number 4.
Yeah.
Rich,
So it looks like the Patriots are going to stand pat and select Drake Maye. And what are we at? A commercial here?
Football league, and you have teams now trying to get it right. They have to get it right. New England at 3. Is it Drake Maye or is it the surging J.J. McCarthy? For the Giants, they draft the heir apparent to Daniel Jones or help Daniel Jones get an explosive wide receiver. Denver and the Raiders, right? Same division. What's Denver going to do? Are they going to sit there and let the Raiders jump them, or the Raiders going to go up and get Michael Penix Jr., the most fascinating draft I've been associated with in my 46 years of covering it, Boog?
And who's going to be the first defensive player off the board? You guys love to talk about the quarterback and the wide receivers. Who's going to be the first defensive player? Is it Latu? Is it Byron Murphy? Is it Dallas?
J.J. McCarthy to the Cowboys?
Defensive guy in this plethora of offensive weapons.
Look, I mean, the quarterback evaluation is so subjective. I mean, we can both watch the same tape and come to different conclusions. What I want to get into tonight is once they are selected, the organizations that they go to, what do those organizations have in place to help these young men?
The draft should have started already.
Organizations bear responsibility in that regard. I can't wait to get into that discussion.
All right, the commissioner told us that every time the draft goes to a different city, they want that city to put their imprint on it. So let's allow one of Detroit's favorite sons to welcome the world to Detroit this evening. It's time to start the NFL draft.
I'm projecting that the Bears go O-line with the 9th overall pick. There's a lot of O-line this draft.
Courtyard by Marriott, the official hotel of the NFL, and in part by K Jewelers. Celebrate every kiss with K.
Bro, I'm so ready. I want to hear. I want to see some trades. Like, I can't wait to see what the Chargers do. I want to see if the Cardinals end up making a trade or like the Patriots end up making a trade. I'm ready, man. Like, I really think the draft starts at like number 5, maybe even number 4, depending if a trade happens. I can't turn up the volume fully because then we could potentially lose the stream. Got to be careful, you know? And also, like, do you really want to hear the volume of the commercials? You know, because, like, that could also get us taken down. Let's see. Is volume not working? Volume's not working. This is like a projected trade for the Eagles to number 12. Oh. There it is. Figure I'd bring this to you guys while you guys wait for commercials to end.
So another quarterback off the board and another quarterback needy team is on the clock. Do the Broncos take one here despite trading for Zach Wilson earlier this week?
Last year we broke precedence with this thing and made trades. And it was so much fun. We had a good time with it.
Why don't you like fun anymore?
Let's have some fun.
Okay.
Everybody's told me that the Philadelphia Eagles want to move up. Everybody's told me that the Denver Broncos, who don't have a ton of picks, would like to move back. So let's make this thing happen. The Philadelphia Eagles, they come up to the 12th overall pick. They end up having to part with a 2nd and a 5th to make this happen. With the 12th pick, corner, they take a corner. No, they're going to take Fuaga here. Talisi Fuaga, who can plug in at right guard year 1. And then eventually when Lane Johnson ever decides to hang him up, you can kick him out to right tackle.
You know, honestly, I think that would probably be the most intelligent decision for the Denver Broncos. I don't think it makes a lot of sense for the Broncos to just trade up and try to chase the pot of gold once again and get your next quarterback and put him in like the world's worst situation, especially with the cap hit that you have. Waiting for the commercials to end here, guys. I can see it happening. The Eagles have been very aggressive recently, and you guys just saw them extend A.J. Brown. So you'd be pissed if the Eagles take a tackle in the first round? I mean, you got to do it eventually. Like, you know, I understand. It's not the most exciting pick. I get it. It's not. But you guys have had a very exciting offseason. You know?
Where we are just moments away.
Isn't the draft starting now? That's my thing.
through the 2024.
Isn't it like copyrighted audio right now, guys? Here we go.
Detroit? No, that's not right. Welcome to the D. Nope.
I like that.
Come on, Roger.
You okay, Commish? Nervous?
Nah, Barry. I'm just fired up.
What's it on your sweater?
Mom, spaghetti.
Why you so wound up? You need a hug?
Oh, we doing hugs? I'm ready, Commish. These guys are gonna remember this night for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, not to mention their families, friends. No pressure, bro.
Now, who is gonna come out on stage with me?
It should be Barry. He's the Detroit GOAT.
No. How about Megatron? He's taller.
How about Hutch?
Hutch? You're gonna have to do better than that.
All right. We only have one shot to nail this. One shot.
You know you're still gonna get booed, right?
I'm not afraid.
I'm afraid for you.
Oh my god. that was actually not. That was actually pretty hard, bro.
So what's the plan?
2 words. Rap battle.
Oh my god. Hey Michael, thank you for the $5 dono, man. Keep up the grind. Appreciate what you do. Honestly, Roger Goodell's become way more personable recently. Like, especially like the fact that he's embracing the booze. So he's walking out with Eminem?
6 years to say this. Welcome to the NFL draft in Detroit.
Oh, he messed up.
Let's go, Big D. How you like that? Em, I was just kidding about the rap battle. We were gonna save that for another day. But the pride of Detroit has got a little some surprise for you and bringing out a few other surprises for you. So, Em, here you go. Detroit! What up?
Man, what a year for Detroit.
It's here. Make some noise for the Detroit Lions. Let's go!
Loki, it's been like a crazy 48 hours for Detroit. They also extended Sewell and Amon-Ra. Why is Eminem there? He's pretty much the mascot of Detroit.
Yo, what up, Detroit? Hey, this is crazy.
Hey, Marco, thank you for the $5 dono. Wide receiver for Steelers.
Jared Goff.
If you told me 4 years ago a whole stadium would be chanting Jared Goff's name, I wouldn't believe you.
What's up, Detroit? Let's go, baby! Hey, Detroit! Let's turn up tonight, baby! Let's get it! What's up, Detroit? What's up,
Oh my God.
Thank you for showing the world how we do it here in Detroit. Great job, guys.
It's like everybody come say hi.
I just got one thing to say.
What up, though?
Okay. Is everyone... We done?
All right, Detroit. Come on. Okay. Detroit, we got fans from 32 teams right down here, and of course all the Detroit faithful in the back. Welcome to all of you, and most importantly, thank you to Detroit. You guys have been awesome. All right. You ready to get the show on the road? Okay, the 2024 NFL Draft is now underway.
Here we go. Whoa.
The Chicago Bears are now on the clock.
Whoa, Street Runner Society. Thank you for donating 5 memberships, bro. Moment we've all been waiting for, guys. Congrats, NRG, Kenzie, Rick, and AP, and Eric, Dysfunction. Congrats, guys.
Officially on the clock. They'll make the first pick in this draft for the first time since 19.
Any guesses on who this pick's going to be?
They're the only team to...
Now, here's my question. Do you think Caleb Williams would end up being the best quarterback in this draft class?
Because of a trade they engineered a year ago leading into the draft. The trade that led Bryce Young to Carolina. They gave the Bears this pick along with that haul they brought.
I feel like this was one of those drafts where we could randomly see a player in the later part of the NFL draft, you know, like in the 3rd round possibly, become like one of the best. Kind of like in 2012, how Russell Wilson ended up being the best quarterback of that draft despite Andrew Luck going #1 overall.
Weeks, if not months ago. And just like the Cincinnati Bengals once began acclimating Joe Burrow to the city, their team, their organization, and the offense, the Bears have been doing the same with Caleb Williams, getting him ready to become the new face of the franchise, the next quarterback of the Chicago Bears.
Words that the Bears fans have been waiting essentially.
Kenzie, I need to find reasons to go live. That's my issue.
The decision the Bears make here.
When you think about this division, you have Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions. You have Minnesota trying to make a move probably for a quarterback today. Sam Darnold's kind of the bridge, you would think. You have the emerging star in Jordan Love with the Green Bay Packers. You have to keep up with the division. You can't be 4th in the division at quarterback. Justin Fields, I thought, was on his way to doing some great things. He basically gave him away to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and now Caleb's got to be great. He has a talent to be special. He showed that in 2022 when he looked like the next Patrick Mahomes. This year,
Oh my God, he said it.
Then he kind of hit some
He said it.
opportunities where you say, okay, the spotlight's on him. How's he going to do? At Notre Dame, at South Bend, 3 interceptions in that game. Only threw 5 all year, but 3 in that one game. A couple other games.
You guys think I just make it up when I say every year they call someone the next Patrick
He
Mahomes?
didn't have Jordan Addison. You see the creativity, the improvisational ability of Caleb Williams. 31 touchdowns.
Please have pro comparison Patrick Mahomes.
120 touchdowns. He accounted
Please,
for
pro comparison Patrick Mahomes.
14 interceptions. He had 27
Hey, Steven, thank you for the membership, bro.
numbers Jayden Daniels over those 3 years. Now,
And the man.
16 fumbles this year.
Appreciate the $5 dono.
Carries the ball like a loaf of bread. A little careless at times. Josh Allen was able to shore that up. Caleb Williams needs to clean that up in the NFL to be an elite quarterback. Certainly this year, without that offensive line, with a defense that couldn't stop many people either, Caleb was kind of on the spot. In that Notre Dame game, everybody's going to hard him. That's one game in his career, guys. One game. Outside of that, he was almost flawless. He had a couple games left.
Please show the pro comparison.
On point. But overall, Caleb Williams held off Jayden Daniels. I thought it was going to be Drake Maye in August. Drake Maye didn't finish strong. It opened the door for Jayden. Jayden went from a 4th rounder to the 2nd pick overall. I didn't think he did enough overall in his career. That one great year.
Appreciate the $5 dono. Penix to the Seahawks.
He would have gone #1 over Bryce Young.
I don't think so.
#1 pick overall today.
I would say McCarthy to the Seahawks because you have Geno in place already. And Penix is a little up there in age. So Penix would want to start right away.
Caleb Williams has the highest ceiling of any quarterback in this draft, and it's important when you bring the quarterback into an
Dude, there's so much Eminem in this. It's like you already heard the Not Afraid reference. You're listening to My Name Is right now. Which I don't mind. I love Eminem. I think over here, left tackles where they go with the 9th overall pick. I don't think they need to go Rome Odunze with the 9th overall pick personally. I always never understood And by the way, I'm going to turn down the volume right now just so we don't get dinged. I never understood why the #1 overall pick used up all of the time.
And the Chicago Bears have a good one.
Lewis, if you were making this pick tonight, who would you select?
Yeah, look, I'm going to go against the grain a little bit. Look, I did it last year, and I'm going to do it again this year. Look, Jayden Daniels, for me, put together an absolutely fantastic season, and that's not to take anything away from Caleb Williams. I liked him when I saw him on tape. I liked him when I saw him at his pro day. I liked him when I talked to him. But if you have to pick a guy, I'm going to pick Jayden Daniels, and I'll tell you why. Full field reads. This is a guy who, from in the pocket, was #2 in QBR and FBS this year.
Oh, wow.
Things like this, because of things like this, because he can scan the entire field, win from the pocket, and throw the football accurately. The anticipation that is necessary. Look, you're not going to have all day to throw the football in the NFL.
Street runners, why don't you think Caleb Williams is going to be that good? Dude, I would die of laughter if they selected Jayden Daniels #1 overall. Now, do you guys want the picks to be spoiled? Do you want me to show you the picks from Twitter, or...
But when he threw the football outside the pocket, he was absolutely deadly. And when it comes to mobility, just forget it. This is a guy who will absolutely...
Oh, by the way, answer to my own question. The Bears were probably told to milk the clock.
He's built for these kind of moments. He is built mentally to be able to handle the rigors of being a franchise quarterback. The people down at LSU vouch for him. He has put in the work. Look, both of these guys...
Why don't you think Caleb Williams will be good?
But if I had to pick one by a narrow margin, I'd go with Jayden Daniels.
You said that about C.J. Stroud a year ago. We'll see how these two young quarterbacks fare. In the meantime,
All right, the pick is in.
already tonight, she's been down there in the green room with the players, including with Caleb Williams. Molly, jump in.
Yeah, that's right, Greeny. Well, Bears GM Ryan Poles told me there will be no surprises with this first overall pick. They decided weeks ago that Caleb Williams is their guy. And when I spoke with Williams yesterday, he told me he walked away from his top 30 visit in Chicago feeling a sense of calm because of those foundational pieces that you guys all talked about that will lead to his success and this team's success. And Williams even threw with Bears receivers last week. He threw with Keenan Allen.
That's an
and DJ
interesting
Moore, so
suit.
The veterans taught him so much, and
It's a really interesting suit.
And he's starting to feel some chemistry vibing with them. And as you've noticed, Caleb Williams wearing a custom suit, and it's all purposeful. It's navy blue to represent the team colors that he'll be wearing this fall, guys.
A little bit of an offbeat personality. He's, of course, the first mega star of the
Bro, what's with the pink phone case? He's doing this on purpose. I feel like he does this stuff to trend. And it's working. We make content on it, so...
This is a young man who I think a year ago we knew was destined for this moment, and this night has finally come. You see,
No, like, I honestly am I really hope Caleb Williams succeeds because he's like Aaron Rodgers in terms of his uniqueness. You know what I mean?
But here it comes. They've waited a century. Let's see if this is the time they get it right. The commissioner is on his way to the stage to announce the first pick of the 2024 NFL Draft. And for the first time since 1947.
What are the odds that the pro comparison's Patrick Mahomes?
With the first pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Caleb Williams, quarterback, Southern California.
There he is, Chicago.
Congrats, Chicago.
There's your new hopes and
Now show me the pro comparison.
because he's been a superstar since he was in high school in Washington.
Bro, if the pro comparison's Patrick Mahomes and he busts, this will be memed forever.
He won the Heisman 2 years ago, finishes his career with 120 touchdowns in
I think it's a home run. Like, I know I meme Caleb Williams a lot because his personality is very memeable, but like, this is the perfect situation to take a quarterback #1 overall. You have Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, you have Cole Kmet, you go out and you go out and sign DeAndre Swift, you trade for Montez Sweat, Jalen Johnson comes back.
Caleb Williams, you see a guy here who can improvise, create. Think about Caleb Williams now in this
That's
division.
it.
Jordan Love from the Thanksgiving Day up.
Seems like a force. Was that a little? I don't know. Whatever.
In this league. Jared Goff's been to a Super Bowl. Jared Goff almost went to another one this year. Then you have Minnesota trying to make.
No, like he could be a superstar. I hope he's a superstar. His personality is going to make for great content for sure. Like that's like he's one of those people that like everything he does is funny. You know what I mean? And also, for the love of God, go back to this haircut, bro. Come on.
But But now Caleb Williams becomes the guy. He's got to be special because Justin Fields is on his way to being really good. So now it's Caleb Williams.
You see what I mean? Everything he does is funny.
Jared Goff and Jordan Love are established. Minnesota's going to do something. Caleb Williams has to be, and that's Patrick Mahomes, but he's got to be somewhat close, somewhere in that top 5 to 7 overall in the NFL at the quarterback position within the next couple of years.
Well, he's got to prove he can do what a quarterback should be able to do, which is distribute the football and play point guard. In the National Football League, it's not
Bro,
about
he's so zesty.
Like, you got to get the ball to your playmakers. They have playmakers there in Chicago.
Like, I'm a fan. I want this guy to succeed. We might see a Caleb Williams jersey back here soon. I want him to succeed so badly.
Look, really now, it's about offensive coordinator Shane Waldron. I told you before this show started, we're going to put some of the onus here on the organization. Shane Waldron, the new offensive coordinator in Chicago, now has to develop that relationship.
Nah, this isn't Trubisky part 2. It's not. Caleb Williams was the guy like all year long.
Subway takes us down to the stage where Molly is standing by with Caleb Williams. Molly.
Ooh, I'm here.
Caleb, you told me you've been dreaming of this moment ever since you were a little kid. You have always wanted to be the #1 pick in the NFL draft. What did it take to get here?
It took a lot of sacrifice, love, care for winning the game of football, my teammates, my coaches, and my family.
You won a Heisman Trophy. You're the #1 pick in the NFL draft. What is your next goal as a member of the Chicago Bears?
Learn all my teammates' names, their families, learn the playbook, and get ready to go win games.
All right, congratulations, Caleb.
Thank you.
So there he is.
That suit's so interesting.
To Chicago.
Street Runners, thank you for joining as a member, bro. Appreciate the support.
The second pick overall in a season in which Patrick Mahomes was subsequently drafted.
I have to make the audio a little low periodically. For the important parts, I'll turn it up, though.
Is the next chance to become the first Bears quarterback ever to throw for 4,000 yards and perhaps finally take this team back where it hasn't been in decades. Okay, so that's the portion of the evening that we foresaw. Now a bit of the mystery.
Custom chrome hearts suit.
When will the wheeling and dealing begin with these quarterbacks on the board?
Bro,
Washington is on the clock, and Adam Schefter, what do we need to know?
Well, last
here we
week,
go.
The Washington Commanders had a group of quarterbacks in for a visit. And
Appreciate the love, young boy.
The 2 quarterbacks that had the most support within the Commanders organization were Jayden Daniels and also J.J. McCarthy. Those are the 2 quarterbacks to watch here. But inevitably, Jayden Daniels' talent is so strong, so inevitable. There is a coach in the NFL that said that Jayden Daniels is Lamar Jackson 2.0, and that he has the ability to come in and be a better version of Lamar Jackson. We'll see if he can make that happen, and if he's the pick.
I don't think he's like Lamar Jackson at all. I think he could be a really good quarterback, but I don't think he's Lamar Jackson.
Is really leaning on his mentors in the face of all.
He could be better than Lamar Jackson. He just doesn't play like Lamar Jackson, in my opinion.
Talking to a lot of his mentors, one of them Bob Myers, former GM for the Golden State Warriors. He's now an advisor to the Commanders, and he's asking him questions like, what would you do in this situation? And one of the things that Myers said to him that really stuck with him is, don't make a decision until you absolutely have to make a decision. And Myers is a proven winner. He created a dynasty with Golden State, so Peters is taking that advice to heart. He said he's not going to make a decision until he absolutely has to, which is right now. And Jayden Daniels even telling us he doesn't know where he's going to go. He didn't even sleep well last night, guys.
But we have to imagine that there's trade offers and all these questions. So, Mel, if they could have gotten a treasure trove of selections instead of selecting Jayden Daniels, are they?
I think any quarterback that goes #2 is very lucky. I don't know so much about going #3 to the Patriots, unless if you're like a C.J. Stroud type of quarterback. Randall Cunningham's a better comparison, by the way.
Balance being aggressive with not turning it over. On being aggressive, running the ball aggressively, throwing it aggressively, guys, and he did not turn it over. Alabama, back-to-back years, think, well, Nick Saban's going to figure him out this year. He didn't have an answer for Jayden Daniels. 2 games.
No hate against the Pats. It's just a tough situation to go to. You know, it's just a very tough situation to go to.
In the 4th quarter of games when he had to be great.
It's like Mac Jones was the most pro-ready QB in the NFL, in the NFL draft. And like he had a great rookie year. And then you get him 3 wide receivers that are the bottom 10 in terms of separation, and he's a shell of his former self, and then you just discard him. It's like, who would want to go to that situation? But if the Patriots could make a trade for Brandon Ayuk, then I think things change a little bit. Whoever gets drafted to the Patriots needs a wide receiver one. The Patriots need help on O-line. It's just their ideal scenario is trading that third pick, in my opinion.
Who are defense coordinators going to stress about all week and not sleep about all week? Okay,
Look at Booger looking at Mel. He's like,
He had the best tape, Greeny, from start to finish. His tape was better than any quarterback in college football. So if you're watching him, you got to take him.
Lewis,
here we go.
You've been saying to me for months on this program, in the lead up and on Get Up and anywhere else we've had this conversation, that he is your #1 player in this class. And I can see the commissioner making his way out onto the stage where he will announce the selection. It's been in for a few moments, and you saw the Washington draft room in their celebration. Here comes pick number 2.
With the second pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders select Jayden Daniels, quarterback, LSU.
It's a great pick. I think quarterback selected at #1 or #2. Fantastic situation to go to. For those of you asking me to turn up the volume, I'm only doing it for when the picks are announced, because otherwise we could get in trouble because of copyright issues.
You mentioned that he started at Arizona State, started 3 seasons there, 2 in Baton Rouge. So he's 23 years old.
Marissa, I like that. Mandatory to invest in the S&P. Great. I love that. Would be great for the economy, too.
Yeah, I never had any questions about that, especially after I got to see him in person down in Baton Rouge.
I think this is a great situation. I mean, they literally got Marcus Mariota, who was a #2 overall pick and a former Heisman Trophy winner 9 years ago. They have Jahan Dotson. They have Terry McLaurin. They signed Tyler Biadasz, Austin Eckler for offense, and Zach Ertz. I really like the situation. They got Cliff Kingsbury, who has a lot of experience with dual threat QBs. He's not as cringy as Caleb Williams either.
His way at LSU, and it manifested itself not by accident in him having a season where
Okay, according to Adam Schefter, this pick is not getting traded. Zero chance that this pick gets traded. So they're going to stand pat, and they're going to select. The Patriots are going to select their QB of the future here. Now, is it going to be J.J. McCarthy? Is a different question. Oh, we know this clip. We know this clip. Jayden Daniels to Brandon Ayuk. Is it going to happen? To beat Justin Herbert. This one viral.
Could have had someone else, or maybe we wanted someone else. Pour into him the same way he's going to pour into your organization, and you'll get it back.
I think the Patriots should try to trade down personally. I just, respectfully, there's just so much that you need to do offensively. And, like, defense is kind of okay, but, I mean, there's pieces on defense, but offensively, there's some work that needs to be done, in my opinion. What do I know? I'm just a schmuck with a camera talking about football.
He's an elite processor along the lines of C.J. Stroud to process information, to deliver the football. We hadn't even got to that.
Dude, LSU pumps out wide receivers, and also Ohio State University pumps out wide receivers. It's kind of crazy.
That's why this young man is going to be special. He was special in Baton Rouge, and the moment he got there, he'll be special in the National Football League.
Really similar to Joe Burrow's ascension to be the #1 pick overall. He went from Ohio State to LSU, and
could you imagine if they take JJ here?
In year 2 with
I don't think JJ goes here. I don't think so. I think JJ McCarthy is like this year's Will Levis.
#1 pick overall, and has had a great career so far. Jayden Daniels went from Arizona State, where he was pretty good.
Yeah.
And he was a guy, he looked like a 3rd, 4th round pick after his first year at LSU. This year, like Joe Burrow, with the help of a guy like Malik Nabers and Brian Thomas Jr., same with Burrow, having the 2 receivers, Jefferson and Chase, took his play and his performance to another level.
At the same time, we've seen situations where a quarterback goes into an offense that has like virtually nothing going for themselves and elevates the offense. Like, no one thought the Texans were going to be good this year, but C.J. Stroud was just that good of a quarterback that he was able to elevate the Texans. So maybe whoever the Patriots select here could have a similar effect on them.
Ending with the Heisman Trophy, now you're the #2 pick in the NFL Draft. What has this journey been like for you to get here?
It's been a blessing, man. I couldn't be here without God, man. It's been a blessing. All the adversity I've been through, the perseverance, man. I'm just happy I'm blessed.
How can this Commanders offensive staff, including guys like Cliff Kingsbury, bring out the best in you?
Just believe in me. You know, it's going to be a grind. We're going to work. I'm a hard worker, man, so I can't wait.
All right, congratulations. Jayden Daniels heading to the Washington Commanders.
The Commanders, or at least the Washington football franchise, has selected a lot of quarterbacks in the first round going back through the common draft era.
I can understand why someone wouldn't want to get selected by the Commanders after seeing this list. Here, I'll put my camera top left so you guys can see.
Maybe now they've done so in Jayden Daniels. So 2 are down, and the mystery begins. The New England Patriots are on the clock, and Adam Schefter is with us with the very latest. What are we expecting from the Patriots?
Here we go.
Greeny, essentially, the New England Patriots took calls from the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Giants, but I was told there is a 0 chance that they are moving out of that slot. They are going to take their quarterback in the future.
Could that be Mel Kiper?
I would go Drake Maye. Drake Maye, to me, going into this year, you thought he could challenge Caleb Williams. Why didn't he? Well, he lost his offensive coordinator. He didn't have Josh Downs. Heck of a player, had 94 catches for Drake Maye that year. He moved on to the Indianapolis Colts, right? Think about late season. Tez Walker came back, right?
He kind of looks like Mitchell Trubisky and Tom Brady's child, you know? With like a little bit more face fat.
He wasn't as accurate. He wasn't as precise. He was missing receivers. He was stressing receivers who had to adjust to some poorly thrown balls. But the talent, he's 21 years of age, is through the roof. That's what you're betting on. All that talent comes together for Drake Maye, and he can become a franchise quarterback in the NFL.
Drake Maye, perhaps J.J. McCarthy, another high-profile quarterback still on the board. We're about to find out. The Patriots pick is in. The commissioner is on his way. Here comes pick number 3.
With the 3rd pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Drake Maye, quarterback, North Carolina.
I've been wrong before. I mean, wow, they were really happy about that.
The speculation, it is going almost exactly as had been.
I've been wrong before. You know, like maybe Drake Maye is like CJ Stroud. You know, like maybe Drake Maye goes to this Patriots team with nothing on offense and is able to elevate everyone. Maybe the Patriots have like a trade in the works for like Brandon Ayuk, like I reported earlier in this video. But this is probably like one of the worst situations you could go into as a quarterback, in my opinion. It's like I feel for the guy.
You talk about a kid who's 6'4.5", 223 pounds, can make any throw you want. When he gets in a rhythm, he can pick you apart. Now, sometimes he doesn't always get in that rhythm. He runs a little hot and cold at times. I talked about some of that inconsistency with accuracy and precise passing. He was like a pitcher, guys. Didn't always have his best stuff late in the year, but he didn't get a lot of help.
DK, it's Caleb Williams and Jayden Daniels, number 1 and 2.
That he had 2 years ago. If you sit him for a little bit, do you force him into play? I think he needs to sit, watch, and learn for at least 5 to 7 games. Drake Maye, like I said, only 21, and a very athletic family. He wants to be great. The mobility he has. He drew comparisons to Justin Herbert going into the year. Justin Herbert had some struggles at times that final year at Oregon. Still hasn't gotten over the hump of the NFL. Trying to finish games off in those final couple minutes. Drake Maye could be, I think the Josh Allen comparison's exaggerated. I would go more to Justin Herbert. Drake Maye, still a guy who should not underestimate talent, guys, and he's got enormous ability.
I wish the best for him. Honestly, it's a tough situation. I really wish the best for him.
What he needs to do next. Address the offensive line and address the wide receiver.
Like, you guys know my philosophy, man. Like, you should never lead your rebuild with the quarterback. I mean, you had Mac Jones on a rookie scale contract. Why not ride that out for another year? The worst case, he's terrible and he's your tank commander. You know, like, I don't know. I don't want this to come off as Patriots bashing. I just don't think this is the way you should build your team.
Are trying to rebuild their dynasty. What went through your mind when you got the call that you would be joining one of the most successful teams in NFL history?
Oh, it's a blessing. I'm blessed. Yeah, I'm usually a man of a lot of words and left me speechless. So I'm excited to be here tonight. And Pats Nation, let's go, man. Let's go. Pats Nation.
As the youngest of 4 brothers, you've been competing your entire life. What kind of competitive
grade the pick in the chat, guys?
Yeah, competitor. You know, anything keeping score, I'm here to win. And, you know, the Patriots get my whole family, all my brothers, everybody. I'm a full package. So looking forward to it. And let's go, Boston.
All right. Congratulations, Drake. So happy for you.
Molly, thanks. One of those brothers, of course, Luke, was a star on the basketball team that won the national championship in 2017. Here are the Patriots' first-round quarterbacks in the common draft era. Obviously, the greatest of them all is not listed on the
Okay, so it's not just me that thinks this is a bad pick. Okay, I'm glad. Either that or you guys have been watching a lot of my videos on this. Look, again, I want the best, and again, the CJ Stroud example, but also we had Bryce Young last year that was placed in a tough situation. So this is the first pick that I think might get traded. I mean, recently... Wait, hold on.
That's not going to be the case this year. They're going to stick at number 4. And 20 years and 1 day ago,
okay, it's not getting traded.
Wide receiver who turned out to be a Hall of Fame receiver in Larry Fitzgerald. Now they get the chance to go after another receiver. They will not trade the pick. They will stay in the slot, Greeny.
Now, Booger, that would sound like Marvin Harrison Jr., but you've told us you like Malik Nabers the best of all.
Thanks for the stream. Thanks for the support. Honestly, thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Thank you for understanding when I have to turn down the volume. If you subscribe, thank you for that. If you like, thank you for that. And thank you for the $5 dono, man.
Nabers run after catch, to me, is what separates him from Marvin Harrison Jr.
What was the first and second pick? It was Caleb Williams and Jayden Daniels. Thank you for the $2 dono.
I think Marvin Harrison Jr. can be that kind of player. This team has 7 picks in the first 4 rounds, the Arizona Cardinals do. To trade down and lose an elite receiver, one of these 3 would have been...
I'm your new NBA and NFL guy, Erectile. I appreciate it, man.
Wide receiver is a key need area. They have a tight end by the name of Drake Maye. Came on like gangbusters over the final 9 games of the year with 63 receptions. They're throwing 15 over the first 7 games. So now you add a guy like Marvin Harrison Jr. to Kyler Murray. Now you're on your way, and you got all these picks coming up to improve that talent base on both sides of the ball.
I remember asking Devontae Adams once during a production meeting, what makes a true number 1? And he said it's the guy who can line up from the outside lane, outside the numbers. You know you're throwing it to him, and he can make the catch anyway.
Snoopy, that's the main reason it's down, so I don't get copyrighted.
Responsibility. And think about it this year. He had a higher per catch average rate and matched his production with subpar quarterback play. He's a stud.
I can see the commissioner starting to make his way up the tunnel here again. The Cardinals, there had been so much speculation in weeks leading up to this. Would this be the spot that someone would trade up to take the 4th quarterback in this draft? They didn't. Here comes the commish.
With the 4th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Marvin Harrison Jr.
Bro.
Wide receiver, Ohio State.
Such a W. To think that Kyler Murray was in trade rumors last year because the Cardinals were projected to be terrible this year, and then he played his way to the 4th pick, and instead of us talking about, oh, should the Cardinals take Caleb Williams at number 1 overall because they don't have the number 1 pick, instead he gets the top non-quarterback prospect on his team. Dude, this guy's a beast. Bonafide star, no question.
Marv goes number 4. Yeah, a lot bigger than Marvin Harrison Sr. Marvin Harrison Sr. 5'11".
Bro, he's so good. He's so good.
Marvin Harrison ran 4.33. Marvin Harrison Jr.
A++++, bro. A+, man. Kyler Murray might be the biggest winner in this year's NFL draft, honestly. Like, it could have gone a completely different way if he didn't come back and play on that torn ACL. So this is where it gets interesting, by the way. Like, this is, in my opinion, where the NFL draft starts. Because the Chargers could go Joe Alt here at left tackle, but they have a glaring need at wide receiver. Marvin looks like a hostage. He wants Indy. I don't think so. I would be happy to play with Kyler Murray, especially in Warzone. No, I'm just kidding. I had to make that joke. But no, I think this is a home run pick. Thank you for doing what you do. Appreciate the love, Miggy. Thank you. And also, their division's starting to, like, open up a little bit. You only have the 49ers there. The Rams are kind of middle of the road. The Seahawks could surprise you, but the Cardinals could definitely make it to the wild card.
And so can you pass those traits on down to your son, how to play the position?
Oh, wow, this is sick.
It's really simple. One of the toughest catches. Go over the shoulder, make the catch, have the eye and the hand coordination to track
Wow,
the football.
bro.
Marvin Sr. used to come out to practice and make
It's like, and he passed the, you know for a fact he taught his son how to do this, man. This is like so, there's no question. Like, if Marvin Harrison Jr. busts, I'll shave my head bald and give away my channel.
Doesn't matter the quarterback play. Put the ball up. I'll go get it. I'll be able to track the football over the shoulder, have really good body control, give myself enough room to the outside where the quarterback can complete the football, track it, get both feet in down.
If you're a Chargers fan, do you want to go offensive line here? Do you want to go wide receiver here? Bear in mind, Jim Harbaugh and Greg Roman offenses historically don't have a prolific wide receiver. We're talking about wide receivers like Anquan Bolden in years past. So maybe my guess is either Joe Alt. I wouldn't be surprised if they went Brock Bowers here either. Not that I think they should. I think most likely they go offensive line. Even though, like, you know, it makes a lot of sense to go wide receiver.
A guy who's almost, he's pushing 6'4", 212 plus, 215 plus. What do you do? I mean, look, and he's not.
Do they trade this pick?
Resigned to the outside. He can play any position. Unbelievable weapon.
Subway Molly with Maserati Marv.
Thank you. Marvin, one of the most talented wide receiver classes in NFL draft history, and your name was called first. How much pride do you feel in this moment?
I'm just super blessed to be here, really. I mean, like you said, there's a lot of great receivers in this draft class. It's an honor to be first. We got to go and put that work in now.
A career in the NFL was written in your bloodline, but how important is it for you to create your own legacy in this league?
Yeah, I'm just going to try to be my best self, just be the best person, be the best player I can be, and whatever happens, happens from there.
All right, Maserati Marv heading to Arizona. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
It's actually the second straight year they've taken an Ohio State player in the first round. They took Paris Johnson last year, 6th overall, and he joins this illustrious list of players drafted in the first round whose dads are Pro Football Hall of Famers. So far,
ready for some trades, man, bro. I'm fiending for some trades, CA. Appreciate the dono.
The NFL Draft on ESPN.
I love your content. Been watching you for years. Thank you for the $2 dono, Caleb. Appreciate you being in this stream. Oh, here. I'm going to kill the... I'm just going to kill the audio for... You know, for the commercials. Of course, if you want additional content, make sure you check us out on Instagram. We post there on the daily, both my NBA and my NFL content's over there. We also post on Snapchat. My Snapchat is @FlightMikeSnap. And of course, we're on TikTok as well. So it seems like will I make another video on Jackson Mahomes? No. Hell no. I mean, I hope not. I mean, but like, again, if someone does something really stupid, then I probably will make a video on him. But I'm personally sick of making content on Jackson Mahomes. It seems like the Chargers are picking here. There is no trade. And even crazier, this is what Bill Belichick had to say about, wow, this is interesting, about Drake Maye. Here, let me... Shit. Oh, dang, did I lose it? Ah, get it back, get it back. Here we go. And while we wait for commercials to come back.
Drake Maye, his footwork needs a lot of work. You can see here he's just all over the place, never resets his feet, never really gets in position to throw, gets strip sacked.
So that's what the ex-Patriots head coach has to say about the brand new franchise cornerstone for the Patriots. Chargers need Nabers. All Bill hating. I think that's a fair assessment of Drake Maye. Honestly, I think that's a fair assessment. You know? I'd say the same thing on if I saw that footage of Drake Maye. Personally, but you guys know me. I don't... Wait, hold on. Do we have anything here? No, we don't have anything here. Yo, Craig Farmer, really thank you for the $20 dono. Really hope my Bears don't ruin Caleb. Being a Bears fan is rough, my friend. I love your channel, Mike. You're my go-to for everything football. Craig, thank you so much for the $20. And, whoa, we have a surprise coming in. And honestly, thank you for the compliment. That's one heck of a compliment, man. Appreciate you. Commercial still running, waiting for these this to end. Also, like, if you ever want to see what I'm about to make content on, this is like a little hack. You go to my Twitter account, you go to my likes. This is typically stuff I save for upcoming content. So if you ever want to see what I'm up to, give me a follow. And you can also send me stories that you want me to cover. Or you could trash talk me for previous takes like this individual just did because of my A.J. Brown video. I'm not always right, but I'll always poke fun of myself if I'm wrong. And it looks like we're back.
Patriots, Marvin Harrison Jr. What number 4 to Arizona? We are
Here we go.
Our first trade of the night. Well, the 5th spot, be the spot. The Chargers are on the clock, and Adam Schefter has the latest. Shefty.
Really, a lot of people wondered if there would be a team that would trade up to the Chargers spot. They are not trading the pick. They are going to use the pick likely on an offensive tackle. And that means the New York Giants at number 6 will have a choice about whether to take J.J. McCarthy or a highly rated wide receiver or offensive lineman. We also should point out that in recent weeks, both the Patriots and Vikings called the Chargers to see if they had any interest in trading Justin Herbert. The Chargers told them absolutely not. They're holding on to him, and they're making the pick now.
So Justin Herbert not going anywhere. The selection not going anywhere. The Giants will have an interesting decision.
Appreciate the $5, Dear Tree. Thank you for joining the stream.
What direction the Chargers went. There were several highly touted offensive tackles they could be choosing between. Jim Harbaugh is the new coach. Here comes the 5th pick.
With the 5th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select Joe Alt, tackle, Notre Dame.
I told y'all. I told you guys.
They're putting together there the bookends. There he is.
I told you guys, man.
Started 33 straight games for the Irish.
Wow, bro.
Dominated, unanimous first-team All-American last
Wow.
year. Finalist for the Outland Trophy. Just huge.
They decided to go offensive line. Again, like, historically in Greg Roman and Jim Harbaugh offenses, they don't have a top, like, 5 wide receiver. So I was kind of expecting this.
Yeah, and the first thing you notice about him, Greeny, is the size.
Dang.
6'8", 320 pounds. That is a mountain of a man.
It's not a bad pick. It's just, obviously, you'd think they would go a different direction here. I don't think it's a bad pick at all. It's just going to be interesting to see how Justin Herbert's used. Now, here's where it gets interesting, because you heard that the Giants are interested in moving up for a quarterback. They could take J.J. McCarthy here, or they could take Malik Nabers. I personally think they should take Malik Nabers.
Can he move at 6'8"? Ran 5 flat in 40. That's faster than some defensive linemen. They were 50 pounds.
Let me know in the comment section down below, especially if you're a Giants fan. Who do you think they should take?
To get and go get those linebackers. And last, but definitely not least, when you're an offensive lineman,
I think McCarthy would be a huge mistake. McCarthy would be a generational mistake for the Giants.
At 6'8", at 320,
you got to go Nabers. You got to go Nabers here.
Playing quarterback, tight end, played other position, hadn't played tackle that long, and so the best is yet to be determined for this young man.
Perfect illustration of how the size of players has changed since John Alt came into the league at 275 pounds. His son at 321, 46-pound differential. Joe Alt got better and better. He allowed 4 sacks back in 2021. Only 2 sacks allowed the last 2 years. The improvement he showed with those 33 starts. I think it's interesting, Chargers. It tells you the culture that they want with Jim Harbaugh. They could have gone wide receiver here. That's a big need area. Think about where we are right now with the Giants and what they're thinking. But for the LA Chargers, Joe Alt's going to move left tackle to right tackle. Lane Johnson did it coming out of Oklahoma to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Here we go.
This is a situation where the Tennessee Titans And number 7 has to be disappointed.
Yes.
Joe Walters, who they wanted protecting that blind side. But Will Levis, you have to believe that. Now, they may
Who do
have
you
to
think the
rethink
Steelers will
that
take? I think they might go wide
Meanwhile,
receiver.
Let's all just stop and take a breath because we have reached a critical moment in this draft right now. We wondered, would the New York Giants, if they
Pick
want
is
to
in.
make a change at quarterback, do they want to move on from Daniel Jones? Would they have to trade up in order
Thank
to
you
do
for the
so?
$5,
It
Jason.
turned out that if J.J. McCarthy is the quarterback they want, they would not have to. Are we about to see a significant move? You see on the screen behind you, the Giants getting set to make their pick. Shefty, what are we expecting?
Greeny, the Giants put an awful lot of work into quarterbacks, an inordinate amount of time. But they also know that they need wide receiver help. They need offensive playmakers. And that seems to be the direction they've gone in recent days, leaning more towards the wide receiver as much as they like J.J. McCarthy. He was the guy they would have taken. It sounds like they're going to go in a different direction.
Lewis, Malik
Okay.
Nabers is on the board. Rome Odunze is on the board. J.J. McCarthy is on the board. What should the Giants do?
Look, I don't think you ever pass up on a franchise quarterback if you believe that J.J. McCarthy is a franchise quarterback. I'm not of the belief that you just kind of build up everything around the quarterback and then you just conveniently select the quarterback. The Giants have tried doing that. Look, what has happened at the wide receiver position,
What?
although they have thrown some draft capital at it and thrown some free agent dollars at it. Hasn't worked out. What has happened to their offensive line? Thrown draft capital at it, thrown free agency dollars at it. Hasn't worked out. You can't continue to work with that mindset thinking, I can just always build up around it and then get the quarterback later. If you think that guy on the screen is a franchise quarterback, then you go ahead and you absolutely take him. If you don't, then move on. If it's wide receiver, that guy on your screen is an absolute beast. So
I
you
disagree
can't
with
go
him
wrong,
fully.
but don't tell
I don't
me
think J.J. McCarthy
that
would
you can't
succeed
take
with the
a
Giants.
You got to help Daniel Jones. You can't hang him out to dry. Rome Odunze is a special player. Malik Nabers, if you're taking the heir apparent, Daniel Jones has no shot.
Booger, what would you do if you're the Giants? We're told the pick is in, but I don't see the commissioner yet. We have a moment. Oh, there he is. He's now just appearing.
To answer your question, Granny, it's really simple. I'm taking Malik Nabers. He's the most explosive player at the receiver position in the draft, and the Giants receivers absolutely stink.
Here it comes.
With the 6th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Malik Nabers, wide receiver, LSU.
Look, I'm a Cowboy fan, but I like seeing these NFL players be placed in good situations. And I think in this instance, you get Daniel Jones some additional help. You like run it back with Daniel Jones. If he sucks, at the very minimum, the heir apparent gets a wide receiver one to throw it to. I like Malik Nabers here. I think it's a great pick. I think it's a great pick.
In a league that values explosive plays, he led the FBS with 17 catches of 30 yards or longer last year.
Well, I said the most fascinating draft I've ever been associated with because the decisions that Joe Shane and Brian Daboll had to make. Do you go for the
I think Brock Bowers might go to the Jets, maybe.
You didn't draft, okay? You inherited Daniel Jones, so you could have gotten your own guy. Instead, you try to help Daniel Jones.
I mean, look, I'm not going to get into like who's the better wide receiver between Rome and Malik Nabers. At the end of the day, you get a wide receiver one for your quarterback. I think the philosophy makes sense here.
He's the most explosive guy in the draft. The fastest receiver. No one caught more touchdowns from the slot than Malik Nabers. You talk about run after the catch, he can do it. If I want to give the NFL fans a picture that you've already seen, think Jamar Chase, but he's faster. And if you're a quarterback, wouldn't you want to throw to Jamar Chase? And for a receiving core with the New York Giants,
Appreciate the $2, Caleb.
now they get a guy who has the potential being a number one receiver. He can play inside. He can play outside. He is explosive. The closest thing to Tyreek Hill that we have seen in the National Football League since Tyreek came in.
Yeah, look, I mean, he is the total.
Why do I like Malik over JJ? Because I'm a huge believer in building up the other aspects of your team before taking the quarterback. Kind of like how the Chicago Bears did this year. Oh, crap. Okay. I gotta turn, let me see this. Sorry, guys. I'm getting into, I got like a notice for copyrighted audio. Oh, for copyrighted video. Yeah. I don't want to risk this. You know what I mean? I don't think it's worth the risk. Like it's the video. You know what I mean? It's the video. Yeah. Like here, I'll show you. Like to give you an idea. Like you see this little warning over here? Heads up, we've detected video in your stream belonging to someone else. Your stream may be temporarily blocked. If you plan to continue, da-da-da-da-da. I've gotten this message before. If we keep this up, I get struck. If I get struck, you know, it could ruin, like, you know what I mean? So I love y'all. I'm going to hop off. I'm going to get to work making videos for you guys. You know, I love you guys. Maybe I'll do something on TikTok. So go ahead, check us out on TikTok. It's at Mikerophone NFL. I love y'all, man. I hope you can understand, you know?